Armando Baker here.
It's Luke May.
This is Tyler Hansbrough.
University of North Carolina.
Here's North Carolina.
I just want to shout out my boy JBear_YT.
JBear_YT.
It's Carolina family, baby.
Go Heels.
Go Heels.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing our mid-season report card for UNC football. It's officially been 7 games, I should say, for UNC football thus far, and probably at least 6 more. Guaranteed, actually, at least 6 more, maybe 7 more. We'll see how that goes. Wink, wink. But yeah, UNC football, strong start if I had to say so myself. But in this video, I'm going to be doing my initial reactions and report card grades for each position group and offense, defense, all that stuff. As you can see here, this is the report card. We'll be giving a letter grade between A+ and F- to each one of these categories, and that'll end up resolving in the overall grade at the bottom of your screen, which we will get to. So the first category on this list is ability to win games. Carolina currently sitting at 6-1 with only 1 loss being to Notre Dame, who is a preseason top 5 team in the country. Now, Carolina's only had 2 debatably like surefire wins where they've been the team the entire way through that was by far looking like the best team on the field, being Florida A&M and Virginia Tech. But they are 6-1, and what I factor into this is kind of like the clutch factor, if you will. And this is an area that Carolina has done really well. Clutch factor / ability to win games, I'm going A- because 6-1 with some tough victories. I mean, you take the App State game for the first thing here. I mean, that was a close, hard-fought game that they pulled out. Same thing with Georgia State. Same thing with Duke, and same thing just last week with Miami as well. So, yeah, that's something that's been really good for this Tar Heel team. They really fight, and that's something that will factor into the coaching grade once we get down there. At offense, I'm giving it an A-. It's not a perfect offense, but it is extremely dominant offense. Probably the best offense in the ACC and top 5, in my opinion, in the country. Obviously, the quarterback play, running back play, wide receiver, tight end, O-line will factor in later. But the offense as a whole has been really, really good, and I love what I'm seeing from it. Phil Longo has been overall a really great coordinator this year, as he has been for his entire Carolina tenure, honestly. I know people like to disrespect him, basically, but he's a good coordinator. Defense is not going to be as highly graded as the offense. I gave this a D+. Now, the reason that this isn't lower, the defense gives up a crap ton of yards. My goodness. I've never seen a Power 5 defense maybe that gives up this many yards while still winning this amount of games. I mean, it's actually crazy. But lately, they've been holding back on allowing that many points. I know the Duke game wasn't great, but Miami and Virginia Tech, those were solid defensive performances as far as points allowed goes. They still allowed a heck of a lot of points, a heck of a lot of goodness, if I can speak, a heck of a lot of yards to Miami. But overall, it's been a really rough showing from the defense, but they have been clutch, so I'll give them that, and that'll hold them out of that F category. I'll give them a D+. Now we get into quarterback, which of course is led by Drake May. I'm giving an A+. What else could you ask for from Drake May? He's been absolutely insane. He's been a top 3 quarterback in the country, in my opinion, and the stats are there to back that up. He should be in the top 5 of every single person's Heisman list. If he's not in the top 10 of a Heisman list, that person straight up cannot be trusted, because on a 6-1 team, he has debatably the best stats of any player in college football. I mean, there's just no way he's not in the top 10. And you know, you can dog on the competition all you want, but who has C.J. Stroud played? C.J. Stroud and Drake May have both only played Notre Dame. And that's just a fact that we can't ignore. So Drake May's been insane. The leader of that offense, he's been doing an incredible job. Here at running back, it's typical for UNC to have a great running back room, and they do, trust me. The talent is loaded. The play hasn't been quite there thus far this year, and that is why I'm giving it a C+. The running game has not been bad whatsoever. It's an above average grade, C being above average, and C being average. So C+ is slightly above average there. So it's a C+. O'Marion Hampton, Caleb Hood being the main two guys getting reps in that room. DJ Jones is a good pass protector. And last week we saw Elijah Green getting some snaps. But all those guys, without British Brooks, Mr. British Brooks would kind of be Mr. Consistent on this team. You know, a guy who probably you would hope to just average like 4 yards a carry. You can trust in basically any scenario, but they don't have that right now. But Caleb Hood's been really good when he's been able to be on the field and be healthy. George Pettaway as well. In the little time he's played, he's looked good. So it's a good, talented running back room, but they just haven't been consistent running the ball in early downs especially. So I'm going to give him a C+ there. Wide receiver, A+. I don't know what else you can ask for. They're giving Drake May all the options in the world that he can play with. He's got so many toys. I mean, talk about Antoine Green, who just came back a couple of weeks ago. Josh Downs has been incredible as usual. J.J. Jones, Gavin Blackwell, Kobe Paysauer in the reserve role for Josh Downs has been insane when he's been out there. It's just a great wide receiver room. I've been really impressed with them. So, yeah, A+ for the wide receivers. Tight ends, I'm also giving A+. These 3 tight end sets that Carolina's running are nearly unstoppable. You talk about Bryson Nesbitt, who's a freak of nature type tight end, Kamari Morales, who's a touchdown machine, and John Copenhaver, a good, well-rounded tight end. It's just been really good. Carolina's got a really good tight end room, man. A+. Between that and quarterback, probably the best 2 position groups on the team, in my opinion. Wide receiver being right there as well. But I'm really impressed with this offense as a whole and tight end. And you got to give credit, man, again, to Phil Longo for being able to use these tight ends in this creative way. So, got to give him credit. O-line, I've given a B. Much improved from last year as far as pass protection goes. Run blocking, you know, I kind of just want to call it a push as far as run blocking goes. You could say it's slightly worse than last year. But overall, pass protection is the most important factor, in my opinion. You got to protect Drake May, who is the best, most talented player on your team probably. So, yeah, B for the offensive line. They've been good, led by the sturdy foundation of pretty much what's been the only 5 players getting reps, being Austin Richards at left tackle, Ed Montilus at left guard. Excuse me. Brian Anderson not playing much at center. He's a reserve role to Corey Gaynor at center. Right guard William Barnes, who was injured last game against Duke, so it was Jonathan Dorno stepping up for him, and Spencer Rowland being good at right tackle as well. Now we enter the defensive positions, starting with that defensive line, who started the year really slow but has picked it up in the last couple of weeks. I'll give him a C- just because the first couple of weeks really were not great at all. So, but they're picking it up. The pressures are starting to come for all of these guys. Des Evans has been better of late. You talk about a guy like Kamen Rucker who's been just really consistent and really solid. Noah Taylor, extremely fast, making plays all over the place. Miles Murphy's been banged up and hasn't played too much, but he's been good when he's been on the field. Shout out to Ray Vahasek. His college career was unfortunately just ended, so shout out to him. Prayers for him. But yeah, D-line could be worse, but it is trending in the right direction, so I do want to throw that out there. So that is going to be the D-line grade. Linebacker, I've given a B+. This is definitely the best performing group of players on Carolina's defense thus far, led by Cedric Gray and Power Echols. There are still some missed tackle issues, but as a whole, they've been playing really well. And without them, this defense would, oh my goodness, I don't even want to know where this team would be without them. Now entering the DBs, I gave them an F+. Not an F-, Like, I know a lot of overreactionary Carolina fans want to give him, but an F+. So, it just hasn't been pretty, man. And I think a little bit of this does go into coaching. They allow so much ground. They allow 10 yards sometimes of just uncovered grass for receivers to work with. I do think they need to start pressing more. I know they might not trust Tony and Storm to press like that, but I mean, if they can't, then like at least give them a shot, because it's more risk reward as in that category. As far as like a bend don't break, I don't really like that because they take advantage of you all day, and that's what those yards allowed on defense are indicating. So yeah, I think DBs haven't been great. Hopefully they'll be better. Jaquarius Conley might be back soon, so that'll help the safeties at least. But I don't want to dog on them too hard, but it hasn't been great so far. Special teams play, I'm going with a B. It's been solid. Nothing has necessarily been game-changing. Noah Burnett's been a good kicker for us. Only missed a few field goals in the season. I don't think he's missed a single extra point if I'm remembering correctly. But the special teams units, as far as like coverage and stuff, haven't been great, haven't been bad. It's just been solid. So a B for them. Ben Kiernan's been great punting the ball as well when he ever gets a chance to. Coaching, I'm giving a B-. I really love what I've seen from Phil Longo. I really do. I think people really just dog on him for unnecessary reasons. I understand the main thing that he's been dogged on in the past, rightfully so, is the red zone play calling, and that has been significantly improved. I cannot even exaggerate how significantly that's improved. I've only disagreed with like 3 play calls the entire year that I've seen from Phil Longo. That one trick play against Duke, that was pretty wild. But overall, Phil Longo's been a really good job. Gene Chizik, rough start. Don't get me wrong, a really rough start, but he is starting to figure some things out. I wish he would press more with the corners, but what are you going to do? And Mac has done a great job, as well as the whole coaching staff, at getting this team to fight, man. Because last year, that's not something they did all the time, but this team fights, man. And I'm really proud of them for that. Excuse me. So B- for coaching. And the final category we have here is overall. The overall grade for me is going to be an A-. There are things to nitpick, obviously, as you can see here. But can you complain about a 6-1 record too much after what we saw last year? I don't think so. It's been great, in my opinion. I've loved watching every game, even though it may take years off my life. But that's fine. 6-1, I'll take that. It's a great start for the boys. Drake May's been insane. The offense as a whole has been insane. Defense, while I will say it's getting better, it's been really rough thus far. But with a tough schedule down the stretch, we'll see how it goes, man. I'm really excited for the remainder of the season. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about my grades and how Carolina has done thus far in the 2022-2023 football season. Thank you guys for watching so much. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.